Hi guys, it's a beautiful sunny morning from us here at the farm. Oh, it's actually quite too bright. Oh, but it's beautiful sunshine. It's not hot. It's just very nice, beautiful morning sunshine. And right now the birds are being fed at the very top of the building. And then also we are going to be collecting eggs. We're going to be collecting lots and lots of eggs. It's very early in the morning. It's probably just about 7 a.m. And so the guys are moving around, putting the trays in order to collect the eggs. The chickens start laying very early. And I can see that some feed has been distributed. Some areas haven't got food though. We have a problem with the ramp, not with the ramp, with the pulley system. So the guys are using the ramp, you know, with wheelbarrows to take food up. So it's quite tiresome. And also they have 10,000 birds to feed. So that will probably take a bit of time, you know. Not as quick as using an automated system. But come on, let me actually just show you guys the eggs that we do already have. Right now I'm on the top floor, but it's the same story happening on the bottom floor. Actually, let me just show you guys around on both sides. Right there, you can see. So this is an empty tray. And the empty trays are put all along, you know, to prepare to collect the eggs. All along, these are our laying boxes. So if I opened up one of the laying boxes, you'd notice the eggs. You can see the eggs. Yeah, you can see the eggs, lots of eggs. You see lots of eggs, and you can see the chickens laying. You can see their heads right there. Yeah, so they are laying eggs, and once the chicken finishes to lay eggs, the egg will just roll to the end, you know. I'll open another one right here. You can see we already do have lots and lots of eggs. Lots of eggs. Yeah, and it's the same story along the entire length. You know, I could walk along the entire length right through to the end of the building and you'd see the same story. Let's open right here. You can see eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. Okay, you can see one that has just been popped right there. Okay, you don't want to disorganize the chickens. And now I would love to move inside the house, but I won't right now because I don't want to disorganize the birds. Well, if I moved in, I wouldn't talk because the birds are laying. Okay, remember I told you guys you don't want to disorganize the birds. Same story on this side of the chicken house. It's a little bit darker, but right there there's also an entire line of eggs which have actually started to be collected. I'll show you guys a bit. So you can see the birds laying right there, lots of birds, and you can see the eggs that are being picked out. Okay, lots of eggs being collected, lots and lots of eggs. And that's going to be the story all throughout the length, you know, right through to the very end. Okay, so that's 30 eggs collected so far, which is just one single tray. And then he's doing that for the next, and then for all the others through to the end. I'm sure you can see them, quite many through to the end. All right, let's take our ramp to the bottom section of the house. So we have 5,000 birds at the top, 5,000 birds at the bottom. At the bottom, 3,000 of the birds are actually an older flock of birds. So they are moving, well, closer to ending laying. I wouldn't say closer because they're going to stop. We'll stop, or we shall off-lay them in December, which is actually quite far at the moment. But compared to the others, the 2,000, which are actually just right here, the other ones are way older. These ones are just starting to pick up, you know. These ones still have over a year ahead of laying. And right here we are, okay? This is our ramp, this is our disinfecting area. And these are my guys who are busy doing the work, you know, picking up the eggs. You can see he's picking up more eggs. You can see the trays at the top, and he's already picked up quite a number of eggs. You can see the laying chickens. Again, once one gets done, it will just move away. The egg will roll to the bottom, and then it will be picked up just that way. And like I've said, you can see the eggs right here. And it's the same story all throughout. So I can imagine these ones have been picked. Yep. These ones have already been picked. So you can see the eggs here. This is an empty tray. So the empty trays will be left here. And the ones that have been filled will be taken up. Then the empty trays will be filled up when more eggs are laid. This is probably done every few minutes, you know, maybe 20 minutes, because the eggs will keep coming, rolling. Lots of eggs. They're going to collect lots and lots of eggs, hundreds of eggs every day. One of the eggs has a crack. You can see this. This has a crack. Most probably a chicken laid an egg and then it pecked on it. This is not a good thing. This is not a good thing. It's a bad vice. Hopefully it's a one-off. Yeah, hopefully it was a one-off and it's not a usual occurrence. Here you can see the other eggs. These look good. These look good. They don't look like they have any cracks on them. They have a bit of dirt, you know. When the chickens climb into the laying boxes, they move with their feet, and their feet have, you know, the wood shavings and the dust from down. So, of course, that's a bit expected on the eggs. You can't expect them to be like very clean like this one. You see, this is very clean. Almost has no dirt at all. You can't expect all of them to be like that, but we do clean them before we put them in the laying boxes. Okay, so this is another one that has just been opened up, and you can see the eggs. I'll probably help with collecting a few of them, you know. You can see right here. Okay, help with collecting a few of them. And the way you place the eggs down is also important. You make sure that the smaller pointed end is what points down, because the air sac of the egg is at the top, not at the bottom. So you want to leave the air sac at the top, so you put the pointed side down. Okay, I collected just a few. The rest of the eggs have been collected. Like I said, you can see lots and lots of eggs being collected, hundreds. And you can see the birds. You can see the older flock I was talking about, and you can even see its feathers. Its feathers are a bit more ramshackled. I don't know if I should move inside there. I'll probably move inside there, but when I do, I'm going to be quiet. I won't say anything because I don't want the birds to get disorganized. Okay? Let's move in just briefly. Very briefly. I'll open the door right here. Okay. Close the door behind you. Not very easy to close, but I've closed it. And then you can see the females. You can see that their feathers are a bit more ramshackled because of the mounting. If I can take a look at one of the birds, you look at the back of that bird. Do you see that area? That's because of mounting. You know, when the males are mounting the female, those areas there, you know, that looks like a wound, eh? Those areas, it's why the males step. You can see it. It's why the males step, and of course that causes problems for the birds. The feathers slowly start peeling off. You can see the feed. We already do have feed inside these feeders. Some feeders have way more feed than others. I don't know why. For example, this one is almost full. That means, I don't know why, honestly. Because the others seem okay. The others seem okay. Probably the guys who are putting feed made a mistake with that one, and they put feed twice without noticing. But the rest of the feeders have feed, and the birds are properly feeding. You know, you can see them all around feeding. This is the cock, one of the males. You can see it. And the birds are of course moving around with me. Then you can see the laying boxes where the chickens are laying from. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible to not distract them. That's where the chickens are laying from. You can see the laying boxes all through the end. So all the birds that are in these laying boxes are actually laying. You'll see them all through to the end. They're actually laying. And this is the very first flock we had. It came in last year in May. So it's over a year old. And if you look down at the litter is still very intact. It's not wet. I know lots of guys keep asking me, how long should you keep litter inside the chicken house? You know? People say their litter gets wet, it gets dirty. Guys, you see this, I'm still digging. This is probably, I don't know, 5-6 inches, and the litter is good. It is dry, it's not wet. You need a good amount of litter inside your house to, if you do put enough litter, you won't need to change them until the birds get out of the house. Okay? So this is the area. So I'll move out of this section. I'll move out, and then we shall check out the rest of the sections. All right, let's get into this other floor, the top floor. This is our entrance right here. Okay, open the door again. There was an egg right at the door. You know, if you find a dark corner, most likely you'll have a chicken there. And then you can see lots of birds piled in one nest. I don't know why. These bottom nests, the birds love a lot. So you can see there's too many birds in one nest right here. Too many in one nest right there. Maybe about 6 or 7 birds. But if we move towards the top at the end, you would barely see any birds. For example, this section has way less birds. Okay? And then there's lots of birds around here because they like to bask in the sun. This is a mistake. Yeah, you shouldn't have sunshine coming in. So I'm going to tell the guys to cover this area with tarpaulin to make sure the sun doesn't come in, because the birds all pile up trying to bask in the sun because they love their vitamin D. So I can see that these feeders are empty. The birds haven't been fed. This top floor hasn't been fed. The bottom has been fed, but this top hasn't been fed. The guys are already putting in the feed. So, but we shall just walk. You can see the birds coming towards me. You can see lots of the birds coming towards me. And then we'll move to the sides. You can see all the birds in the laying boxes laying. Lots and lots of birds, yeah? I don't want to disorganize them, trying to minimize my distraction of the birds. What I'm doing is not ideal, but, well, I'll do anything for my YouTube guys, right? I'll zoom in. You can see the birds over there in the laying boxes. Not ideal at all what I'm doing, because I'm stressing out the birds. That means we're going to get a bit less eggs today, but it's okay, once in a while. Then you can see our eggs over there that have been collected by my guys. Like I said, some of the trays are empty, but those ones will be left behind. Another stray egg at the bottom. So that's what happens if the laying boxes gets too piled. Some of the eggs will be like, let me just drop the egg down. So I can put this inside here. I know it will roll down to the end. And another one right there, it will roll down to the end. Just a bit. It has rolled down, okay? And you can see more and more of the eggs being collected. More and more of the eggs being collected, you know. Eggs right here. Eggs over there. And then here is our colleague picking up the eggs. You can see. Collecting the eggs. I can see some of them are stained, you know, again with the dirt from inside here. But you can see him picking up the eggs, and he's going to do that all through to the end, to the top of the house. All the eggs are going to be picked up till the top of the house. Very beautiful, isn't it? Right here you can see all the trays, and you can see the eggs, yeah? They are probably getting close to 50 grams. So starting at 50 grams, we can be able to set the eggs, you know, to be used as hatching eggs. For now, they are not big enough, and they are cool enough. You know, the area is cool inside here. So they have been kept for a few days, and then after this, we're going to be selling them. Someone will be picking them, most probably today or tomorrow, and then they will be taken and sold as eating eggs, not hatching eggs, because we still have some little time. So you can see them. Very many eggs. This is simply the tip of the iceberg for us. With time, we're going to even have way more eggs, you know. 600, 700 trays of eggs produced every day. A tray carries 30 eggs, so you can imagine how many eggs those would be every day. So that was it, guys. That was a brief, you know, show of how we collect the eggs over here on the farm in the morning. Of course, it's still morning, so there's still way more that's going to be collected. The guys are busy collecting more eggs actually right now, because every few minutes the birds are dropping eggs. The birds are dropping eggs. So more eggs are being collected right now, and they'll be brought inside here. They are cleaned and sorted. You can see a colleague over here. He's busy cleaning them, the eggs. You saw that when we were collecting them from the laying boxes, they were quite dirty. So we do a daily job of having to clean them to make sure that they are clean and ready for the market. You know, we don't wash them with water. It's simply, you know, rubbing off the dirt, because washing them with water means that you wash up the very tiny thin preservative layer at the top of the egg, and that means that the egg lasts a shorter time. When kept, it lasts a shorter time. We don't want to do that, so you just rub off the dirt and then we keep them, and then that way they stay longer. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell, that way you never miss out on any of my uploads. Lots of love, catch you very soon with another video. Bye.